Hi guys, we're back with Showdown number 5, back in the UU tier with the team that I premiered yesterday. So we're gonna see how well it does today. We're probably gonna do a few battles. Um, it is during midday. See if we can actually win some meaningful battles today. Again, this is my least favorite tier. I don't like UU at all. Um, but we'll see what we can do. This is an interesting team. My team actually absolutely gets smashed by Toxic Rogue, so we need to watch out for that. But we are just gonna lead off with D'Ancy, see what he wants to do. I'm gonna start the timer. I apologize. I'm not very good at commentary when nothing's happening. So I'm gonna sit here for a little bit. Fortunately, with this team, with this Empoleon, I mean this team basically gets destroyed by rocks. So I do want to get rocks up, even if I can't get a Trick Room up. If he does actually want to play, that Hoopa is kind of scary. Um, but I mean I do have like Machamp and Groudon. And he leads off with Entei, and that is not going to be good for him. Let's see, he probably does have Bulldoze, um, but he's going to set up Stealth Rocks. There's no real reason for me to set up a Trick Room right away. See what he wants to do, and he's just going to withdraw into the Empoleon. Um, hmm. And send out the champ. I'm gonna Scald and please, aww. And I'm just gonna knock off. And he's gonna send out his Hoopa. And predictions. Knocks off the Hoopa's leftovers, takes out the Hoopa in one shot. And that's why Hoopa Confined is UU, because it dies to any knockoff. So now Aerodactyl's gonna come out. I am just gonna bullet punch away. He is mega. I'm just gonna bullet punch away. It does do a relative lot, and he is gonna stay in and Stone Edge, which surprised me. I'm just gonna bullet punch again. See if he wants to switch out to Entei or something. He's gonna switch out to Honchkrow, and it does 25%. And I'm just gonna sit here and Thunder Punch. He's gonna roost up. Oh, that's unfortunate. It does do a decent amount still, but I could have close combated there. I'm just gonna set up a Thunder Punch again. He's gonna Brave Bird. He's gonna get that Moxie boost, but I do have D'Ancy here, and it is not gonna die to a Sucker Punch. So I'm just gonna set up a Trick Room. Um, yeah, it's a Fairy type dude. It's not gonna work that way. I'm gonna fire off a Diamond Storm. And that does 30%, which is, I mean, a respectable amount, I guess. I am going to get a defense raise, but he is going to send out his Empoleon, probably. Yeah, there's the Empoleon. Um, I'm going to send out the Reuniclus here. He's going to defog, which is unfortunate. But I do still have my Rocker, so I'm just going to Focus Blast away. He's going to send out his Entei. And we're going to miss the Focus Blast. And I'm just going to Psyshock. That thing shows how defensive it is. He's going to Sacred Fire. And he doesn't burn. But... what do I want to do now? He's probably Choice Banded into that. And I've basically lost my two best counters to this thing. But I do need this thing, so I am just gonna send out D'Ancy again, see how much the Sacred Fire does, Oh, it does 31%, and it doesn't burn, so I am gonna Trick Room. And even if it does burn and take me out, that's fine, because I am just gonna Trick Room and send out the star. And I'm just gonna Waterfall away. He is gonna send out his Toxicroak, that's fine. I should have Swords Danced. I'm gonna knock off here. Does 70% and knocks off the Life Orb. He's gonna Swords Dance up. Can't really do much. I'm just gonna knock off again. And yep, there's the sucker, and there's the knockout of the Toxicroak. I think what he's hoping for now is to get Choice Band E-Speed off. Yep, there's the Entei. I don't think this will take me out, even if it is Choice Band E-Speed. Yeah, I barely live, and I am going to take out the Entei. Now the thing is, he does have Empoleon and that godforsaken Aerodactyl. But I do have this thing, and I can just Bullet Punch away and take out his Aerodactyl. Yep, and there's the forfeit. I didn't really know what he was going to do against my Mega Ampharos with the Empoleon there. So, I'm going to go ahead and close battle, fight another battle. 1-0 today. Feeling pretty good so far. And then this team shows up. Not really a rain team. Probably Mega Absol, but Mega Absol is frail. So we are just going to lead off with Diancie again. He's going to lead off with his Swampert. Trade rocks. And set up a Trick Room. He's going to Scald me. Please don't burn. Thank you. He doesn't have a Defogger, so I'm just going to explode. Oh, he does have Damp. Oh, that's awkward. And there's the burn. Send out the champ here. I'm gonna Scald, please burn me. There's the crit. I'm gonna knock off his lefties or whatever he's holding. He's holding lefties. Gonna Scald me again. Please burn. There's the burn. And now I'm safe to fire off a nice close combat. Oh, and almost take it out. It's fine if he takes me out here. I do have other ways to take out. Like I do have the Florges gets taken out by the Metagross. So I'm just gonna send out the star here, as the star basically does work to anything. And I'm just gonna fire off an Aqua Jet and take out the Swampert. And he's gonna save it for some reason. And Adaptability Aqua Jet does, what was that, 34? And I don't outspeed this thing. So I'm going to send out Reinforce. I probably should have sent out Metagross. But, oh well. I'm going to fire off a Trick Room. And lowers my special attack, because of course it does. And I'm going to send out the Metagross now. I'm going to fire off a Moonblast, which is fine. Probably going to send out his Rotom Heat here. Because why wouldn't you? And fire off a nice Zen Headbutt. Yep. And take it down to 25. I do still have the Trick Room up. And I do barely not outspeed it. So I'm going to fire off another Zen Headbutt. Take it down. And there's the Absol. He can Sucker Punch me. Which he's probably going to do. And is probably going to take me out. And I really don't want that. And I need Absol to stay around. I mean, I need Mega Metagross to stay around. Do I? Do I really? Or do I really want to get stalled out by that stupid Florges? Yeah, I'm going to send out Diancie. Go down to the burn. Yeah. And that's fine. I'm gonna send out the star. Hopefully scare out this Absol. Yeah, I put it up. And he stays in. Wow. And he plays rough. That's fine. He does probably have knockoff. He does have the play rough, which I just saw. And he can sucker me to death here. But I am just going to click bullet punch. Oh, and I live. I live on 8. And I do take out the Absol, but I do die to rocks, which is a problem. Even if I do take 8% from rocks, it is still a problem. He's going to send out his main, Mian Chao. I'm going to send out Fabio here. He does U-turn, and I do paralyze it with the static, which I honestly forget that I have half the time. So I'm gonna Volt Switch out here, because he's probably gonna Moonblast. And I'm just gonna Volt Switch out, and he does cure him. Yeah, I do need this. I do need the Trick Room up. He is probably gonna Moonblast, and if he lowers my special attack again, I'm gonna cry. Because now that only does 31%. And he lowers my special attack again. What is this? And now he can just Synthesis up. Or he can just kill me with a Moonblast, you know. That's fine too. Let's see if it actually does die to rocks. Oh, I live on 2, which is fine. Fire off a nice Meteor Mash. He does send out Mian Chao. He does probably have Fake Out. But I do kill it with Meteor Mash. Oh boy. There's a chance. There is a chance. He does send out the Florges. I'm going to Bullet Punch it. And take out the Florges for the crit, which probably didn't matter. Twisted Dimensions return to normal. Oh boy, that was a big kill with the Meteor Mash. I'm going to Bullet Punch again, take it down to 50. He's going to Dark Pulse me, which is fine. Now if I kill it here, he does probably have Ice Beam, because they normally carry that. Now what do I want to do? Focus Blast. He does crit me with the Dark Pulse. I probably deserved that. I feel bad now. I had a chance. But we're gonna go one more battle with this team. No, that's unfortunate. I feel bad now. This team looks like it's gonna be tough. It's very, very very good core. That Zapdos, Metagross, Suicune core is going to be a pain to deal with, as well as that Fortress, because I don't have any fire moves on this team. So, lead off with Deance. He's probably going to lead off with Beedrill, which is odd. I'm just going to Trick Room. Probably going to U-turn out, or Poison Jab, or Protect. Get off his Mega right away. Yeah, just going to U-turn out as I set up a Trick Room. He does send out his Metagross. And I'm going to send out, because he's probably going to Bullet Punch. I'm going to send out the Champ. He sets up his own rocks. I'm going to knock off. He switches out into Suicune. Now I do have the Thunder Punch for the Suicune. And if he does want to Calm Mind up, then, because I don't think he might outslow me in the Trick Room, but we'll see what he wants to do, because he does have the Zapdos, and he does have the Spinner, in oh, that does 34%. Wow. Please burn me. Oh. I'm just gonna fire off a close combat. He's gonna send out the fortress, and that does 40%. Get rid of these lefties. He's gonna set up hazards because of course he is. And I'm gonna close combat as he sets up more hazards. And I'm gonna close combat again. Actually, I'm gonna go for the safe knockoff here. He sends out Zapdos. Oh boy, get rid of his choice specs. Send out Deancey here. He's just gonna Volt Switch. Probably send out Beedrill or Suicune or Metagross or literally anything on his team. He is gonna send out his Beedrill. He's probably gonna poison jab me. I'm just gonna set up my rocks. He's gonna Drill Run me. That's right. That thing gets Drill Run, doesn't it? I can Aqua Jet basically anything, and I do still have priority in the Bullet Punch because I do still have Metagross. So it's kind of a matter of what he wants to do. He is going to send out his Metagross, which probably does have Thunder Punch for some godforsaken reason. So I'm just going to sit here and knock off. He's going to Earthquake, which doesn't take me out. And I do take out the Metagross. Now I do need to stay in, unfortunately, because this thing, because of the hazards that he's set up. And if he does send out Crawdaunt, he's going to set up the Suicune, and he's probably going to Scald me, or Rest. Yeah, he is going to Rest, because of course he is. And I'm going to knock off again, get taken out. But it does give me an opportunity to set this thing up. I am going to set up the Trick Room. He switches out into Beedrill. And I can set up, I can just fire off his nice Psyshock. If he doesn't send out Crawdaunt here. And if he does, then, yep, there's the Crawdaunt. Should have predicted that. Oh well. He can fire away. I'm going to fire off a Focus Blast and take out the Crawdaunt. Now he's probably going to want to play around a little bit. The Shadow Ball here. Because it does appear that the only move that he can hurt me with is U-turn, which isn't a problem. He is going to Sleep Talk, Rest again, and he's probably going to rest up next turn. Which will give me a chance to set up a Trick Room. He's going to wake up. He's going to rest. I can send out Fabio here. And I swear to God, if you get Sleep Talk, Calm Mind, I'm going to cry. You get Sleep Talk, Scald, and burn me. Well then. And fire off a nice Thunderbolt. And take it down to 3%. Oh my. You got a few more turns of Trick Room left. And fire off again, take out the Suicune. Send out the Zapdos. If he wants to roost here, that's fine, I guess. I'm gonna do more. Thunderbolt's neutral. And it does take out the Zapdos. And I do still have 2 priority users. And both of them do significant damage to this Beedrill. And that's not even stab. This thing can U-turn on me, and that'll be a shame. I get a bullet punch. And it does take out the Beedrill, and we do win. And that's gonna do it for this live, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We do finish above 1200 for this session so far. And we're gonna come back tomorrow with one last UU episode. Hopefully we can climb even higher in this ladder. I do appreciate you guys watching. If you guys do have any suggestions for future lives or future Pokemon to build around, please let me know in the comments down below. Or if you guys know me on Twitter, you guys can just leave me comments there or leave any suggestions there as well. So, till then, I'll see you guys next time, and have a good rest of your day.